Welcome, super smarties. Let the learning begin. I'm going to begin the teaching so you can begin the learning. Yay! All right, zone check-in. I'm still in the green, so I'm not going to move me. Our goal is always to be calm, focused, and ready to learn. Regulated, ready to learn. All right, so what we're going to do for our mind shift today is pause, breathe, and smile. Okay, so pause, breathe, let's do it again. And remember, the idea of pause is just to put your brain into a place of awareness of what's going on. Hold off on other things and just be present in this moment. Breathe is to oxygenate your blood. And smile is to lift your spirit. Sometimes when you smile, even if you don't feel super smiley, sometimes you feel elevated a little bit. All right, so let's focus on our calendar. And it looks like some of it got rubbed off. So it was the 17th yesterday. So one more than 17 is, let's start at 15. 15, 16, 17, 18. And then let me fix this 5. I put a 1 in the tens place. I put an 8 in the ones place. 18. So yesterday was not Saturday. I'm going to need my little face space. Lace the face space. Yesterday was the first day of the week. Sunday. Capital S-U-N-D-A-Y. And let's put a period. So today cannot also be Sunday. Let's put a face space. One more than Sunday. The day after Sunday is Monday. Capital M-O-N-D-A-Y. So if yesterday was Sunday, today is Monday, then tomorrow will be Tuesday. Capital T-U-E-S-D-A-Y. And a period. So today is not Sunday. That was yesterday. Today is Monday. It's still May, but not the 17th. Now it's the 18th. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Yesterday was Sunday. It's in the past. Today is Monday. It's in the present. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. It's in the future. Now, if you look at my little Nano-Lesson, Nano, you see 4 options. And what we're looking at here is patterning. And we're going to kind of ramp up patterning a little bit. We're going to get some traction action on the patterning that we've done because we've done simple, basic patterning. Now we're going to make it a little bit more complex. Now the first option, the first question, first challenge is pretty simple patterning. You see the digit or the number 8, the digit 7, followed by the digit 8, and the digit 7. So in this one, we're looking for a pattern unit that repeats itself. 8 and 7 is our pattern unit. 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7. But if you look at the next one, what you're going to see is that it's not a pattern unit. What we're looking at here is patterning for what happens to numbers. So the numbers start at 5, then 4, then 3. What would come next? If we're counting down, descending order, it would be 2, then 1, then 0. Now that seems like it's not really a pattern because we're not looking at the pattern unit. This is patterning up-leveled. What we're looking at is what's the pattern in the number order. There's a pattern, just like cycles in weather. May not go exactly the same, like one day rainy, the next day windy, the next day rainy. But when we say weather patterns, we say during this time of the year, typically we have these kinds of weather. During this time of the year, we have these kinds of weather. So we're looking at weather patterns. Here we're looking at number patterns. Now let's look at this one. 0, 2, 4, 6. Ooh, that's a little bit tricky. 0, 2 is 2 more than 0. 4 is 2 more than 2. 6 is 2 more than 4. So what we're doing is adding 2 every time we come to a number. 0 and 2 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 2 is 6. 6 and 2 is 6, 7, 8. 8 and 2 is 8, 9, 10. So our pattern here is to increase the number by 2 each time. Let's look at this one. 0, 5, 10, 15. Oh, we count by 5s in class. This is counting by 5s. So we're increasing by 5s every time we add a new number. 0 and 5 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. 10 and 5 is 15. 15 and 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 in the tens place, 0 in the ones place. 20 and 5 is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 2 in the tens place, 5 in the ones place. Now make sure that you are transferring everything that we're working on into your composition book or into a notebook or onto loose paper and putting it into a binder so you can come back and visit it. Especially as we get into more complex math and into the more complex reading, because these are really important skills. And then either add a paper or put a little baggie with some note cards in it and get the traction action, because these are all the skills you're going to need in the next grade that you're heading to really soon. We're almost done with 2019, 2020, and then the next school year is going to be 2020, 2021. And these are all the things you're going to need to know when you go into that next school year. Make sure you've transferred this all into your book and that you visit it over and over and over and over again and again and again. I'm going to put that down to the side. And let's climb on the bus. Honk, honk. Beep, beep. Pshh. Climb on the bus. Time to build up schema. It's time for our learning field trip. Now this time when we take our field trip, what we are going to be working on is one of the most important skills that you need in life, and one of the things that you learn early in school. We used it as a mind shift. Now we're using it as an intention. R-E-A-D. Read. Read. We're going to work on reading, because I want you to be able to read what we're working on and read many, many, many other things in the future. Simple sentences from meaning to message. Now these simple sentences are focused on the vowel of I. And the short I, it's not short like in size and then there's a tall I. There's a short meaning it makes this sound, I. I. Remember, vowels are the glue that hold all the words together. So the glue we're using in these words is the glue of I. Now on the right, you see my messages. So here you see a little person holding a spoon, eating some food maybe, and wearing a bib. A little person, could be little, a little person wearing a bib. Here's a king. Looks like he either has a scepter or a sword. And here's his throne, and what's he doing? He's sitting on his throne. The king is sitting on his throne. Here's a kid, and what are they doing? I know it looks kind of like, I'm not really sure, because it looks like a birthday candle, a jackhammer. It's supposed to be a shovel and some dirt. What do kids like to do in the dirt? Like a dog, they like to dig. So this kid is digging in the dirt. Now, this is hard to tell, but it's a shirt that got ripped. And there's not time to sew it together. And the kid is still at school who was wearing it. So he's got to fix it so he can stay at school. So at the health office, they took a pin to fix the rip. So those are our pictures that carry the message. Now we're going to look over here and read the sentences so that we know what the meaning is. Now we have to then correlate, we have to connect the picture that best shows whatever it is that we see as the meaning in these sentences. And I see 1, 2, 3 sentences written out, but I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. So one of the pictures we are going to have to write the words for. We're going to have to look at the picture, determine what the message is, and then write out the meaning. And it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words long. So we have some big work ahead of us. Let's get started. Alrighty. So I think I will start with purple. Let's look at this sentence. This is a high frequency word. It's the. Now look at this. K-I-D. The kid, here's another high frequency word, can. The kid can. D-I-G. D-I-G. Push them together. Dig. The kid can dig. Which of these pictures show the kid can dig? First, second, third, or fourth? The third one, is that closer to the top or closer to the bottom? It's closer to the bottom. Is it in the middle or at the bottom? The middle toward the bottom or at the bottom? It's in the middle toward the bottom. So let's circle the kid as he can dig in the picture in that dirt, and then let's circle the sentence. The kid can dig. The kid can dig. Let's try another one. Let's use orange. Here it is again. The starts like kid. K-I-N-G. I know that's the ing of ring. The king. The king. King. The king. Here's the same word. Can. It. Let's push them together. Sit. The king can sit. Does the first, second, or fourth picture show that the king can sit? We've already eliminated the third one. First, second, or third? Closer to the top, closer to the bottom? It's actually the picture that's left in the middle, closer to the top. It's the second picture. Good job. This is the king. The king can sit. Let's go back and read the first sentence and the second sentence. The kid can dig. Here's a picture that shows the kid can dig. Let's look at the second sentence. The king can sit. Here's a picture that shows the king can sit. Now let's pick another color. I've used purple and I've used orange. Guess I could use, I have red and blue. Let's use red for the next one. All right, we have a picture of a kid or a little person or a little kid or a baby with a bib. And we have a picture of a pin in a torn shirt. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. Look, the, is this the same word or is it different? It's exactly the same. The. Oh, this is new, we haven't seen this. Let's push those sounds together. Pin. pin. The pin, w-i-l, w-i-l, will, the pin will, f-ix, f-ix, fix, the pin will fix. Here's the same word. It's just a lowercase at the beginning, lowercase t, but it's still the same letters. The pin will fix the rip, rip. The pin will fix the rip. Does the top picture or the bottom picture show a pin fixing a rip? The pin will fix the rip. And that's at the bottom. There's no pin and no rip in the first picture. Let's read them again. The kid can dig. Here's a picture of a kid who can dig. The king can sit. Here's a picture of the king who can sit. The pin will fix the rip. Here's a picture of a pin fixing a rip. Oh, there are no words on the last one, so we have to look at the first picture. Here's a picture of a what? Looks about the same. So if we called this a kid, this is probably also a kid. The kid, what is he doing? The kid has what on? The kid has on a bib. Looks like a dirty bib, but it looks like we need one more word. So why don't we just add one more space? The kid has on a bib. So let me make a little bit more room. Now we've seen that in 3 sentences. 1, 2, 3. So how do we write the? Capital T. Let me do it in blue so it looks a little bit different, since we're writing it. The kid. Oh, I have kid right here. So how do we spell it? K-I-D. The kid has. Now that's a high frequency word, but it's one we can actually sound out. As. H. A. This is where it gets tricky, because while we can sound it out, it's the second sound of this stealer letter. Has. It isn't a Z. What other letter borrows Z's sound? Actually steals it because it never gives it back. Has. It's actually an S. Now another high frequency word is on. On. You can sound it out, so it's not just a sight word. On. Like octopus. O. N. The kid has on a. Now remember, in my room, we say when it's a word, and we say a when it's a letter. So what is it? It's an A. The kid has on a, or a, bib. Now we're going to have to sound this one out. B-I-B, B-I-B. It's a palindrome. It's the same backwards and forwards. So if we get the first letter, we've got the last letter. What's the middle letter too? We said that we were using I as our magic glue. I. B, B, B. B, like ball. It's a B. Now remember, B is very, very bad, and he will not face his dad. He says, I don't want to look at you. So it's down, up, and around, and it faces to the right. That's right. Away from the left. I. What's my glue? I. And since we got the first B, we know that the ending letter, the ending sound is B. Also, so it has to be what letter? B. 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 I. B. The kid has on a bib. Nice writing. We took that to the highest level of production. From our listening to our saying to our listening again to sound it out, using our smart brain to figure out which symbol with each sound, to recording it in an order whose sounds make sense, and we built a whole sentence. Starts with a capital letter, ends with punctuation. When letters get together in an order whose sounds make sense, we call them words. When words get together in an order that makes sense, with a capital at the beginning and punctuation at the end, we call them sentences. Let's read our sentences again. The kid can dig. Here's a picture showing the kid can dig. The king can sit. Here's the picture with the message. The king can sit. The pin will fix the rip. That's the meaning. Here's the picture with the message. The pin will fix the rip. And the kid has on a bib. And here's a kid who has on a bib. So the messages here match the meanings over here. Now today what you can do is stretch out this learning by illustrating other ideas and making simple sentences. You don't have to just be locked into the short I, the I. You can use any of the other vowels that serve as the glue that hold our words together. And if you don't record them, you could have someone else record them. And then your job is to make sure that when they're done being recorded, you can read them. Outstanding job. Super glad that we got to share this on this tape. I look forward to sharing more with you tomorrow. Tomorrow's my chance to be virtual with my class, so I'm going to be super, super happy. And school's almost over, which makes me a little bit sad, except maybe not this year. All right, goodbye, Smarties. Come back again ready to learn. Here's some pride. Put it inside. Schema store is shut. Shop is shut. No more schema for today. You have to come back tomorrow if you want to learn some more, okay? Here's some love. You can have some now and you can save the rest for later. Until then, Super Teacher, out.